moments, the whole court goes crazy on paternity court.
The baby has good hair. I have good hair.
You don't have no good hair. You just a liar.
I got good hair. Look, let's not get in this courtroom and start talking nonsense. If you got some hair, that's good hair. Ask anybody that doesn't have any.
I've been there since day one, since the mic came out.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
So was Mr. Gonzalez there?
No.
And so what do you know about this situation?
So I feel like I'm the daddy, but I don't even have no equipment to be the daddy. But I am the daddy.
Miss Edwards took the plaintiff podium to prove to Mr. Morris what he had been denying for the last 2 decades, that he fathered her daughter. But hold on just yet, because this ain't your typical love triangle. Nuh-uh. It's a backyard rendezvous that landed them here in paternity court.
You're here to solve a 20-year mystery and prove that the defendant fathered your daughter, Brianne, who is joining us from her hometown. You say you are tired of his denial and hope to prove your case today. You are here supported by your older daughter, Caitlin. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
So this all began years ago. There was a small town, a garage, and a backyard. What could have possibly happened? Well, a threesome. Oh yeah, man had fun times with his friend's wife, and that was not just the end of it. Oh, he vowed to be truthful and took that seriously, leaving the room in hysterics.
Years ago, I run a little garage in a small town, and her husband, I got to know him. We wound up getting threesome in my backyard. And
A threesome in the backyard?
out in the field behind my house, yes.
With your friend's wife?
Yes, ma'am.
It seems Miss Edwards kept the pregnancy truth under wraps from her hubby, thinking it's their child all along. Fast forward to baby time, and surprise, a cleft palate throws in a curveball. Mama didn't see that coming now, did she?
You went through the whole pregnancy. Did you tell your husband this could potentially be Mr. Morris's child, that you thought it could?
No, Your Honor, I did not. I thought it was my husband's all along.
At what point did you decide that it could be Mr. Morris's?
When she was born.
Moving on, the baby mama decided to navigate the new development along with all its possibilities. Good thing she let her husband know the very next day. However, he claimed the kid is his. So, mommy dropped the potential dad bomb on Mr. Morris next, who was knee-deep in, you guessed it right, more potential threesomes.
So, Mr. Morris, do you remember that day?
Pretty close.
What happened?
First time that I was told she could be mine was when Brianna was around a year old, I think. Pretty sure of that.
Oh, so they come and tell you she's pregnant, but they don't ever let on to the fact that it could be yours.
No, not then.
Now, Miss Brienne's cleft palate took the spotlight next. It seems one significant piece of information made the mama so sure that the defendant was the real father. A rare blood type and shots. Yep, Mr. Morris and blood type took the main lead next.
Did you tell Miss Edwards, Mr. Morris, that the other mothers of your children had to have shots because of your rare blood?
Yes, I did, Your Honor.
To avoid the baby having birth defects?
I don't know what the shot was for, but all of my children were perfectly healthy.
But were you ever told that these shots were necessary to avoid birth defects because of your blood type?
No, I wasn't never told, no.
Next up, the daughter in question joined the paternity chaos. Now, Mommy Dearest had been honest with her from the start about her daddy situation. Kudos to her. However, no bond had been established between these guys. Not shocking since Daddy was objecting the possibility, though Miss Edwards' other daughters supported her claim.
Did you know that Mr. Morris could potentially be your biological father?
Growing up, I was told by my mother and family that Mr. Morris was my father.
But what about her husband?
They had always told me that he wasn't my father and that I had a different father than my siblings.
Mr. Morris's wife took the stage next, and boy, she presented evidence like her life depended on it. Desperation, thy name was her. From her features to her personality, she dissected them all and concluded that she did not resemble her husband.
All of our children have some kind of resemblance to my husband. My husband has 7 children. Every one of them have some kind of feature of his, whether it be eyes, walk, talk, something, even his smart mouth. Brianne, she doesn't have that. None of our children are shy.
Who knew backyard echoes and cleft conundrums would end up being a paternity mystery of 20 years? But no worries, it's about to be solved. After the professional medical opinion suggested the possibility of him being the father was 50-50, Judge Lake was ready to deliver the verdict. Let's hear it then.
Mr. Morris, you are the father. Brianne, this is your biological father.
Yes, ma'am.
How does it feel to know for certain now?
Feels pretty good to have answers that I've always needed.
Miss Lindsay had a bone to pick with the defendant. Yep, she claimed Miss Cade used her son and was now pinning a baby on him to trap him. Ugh, I just feel the crazy drama brewing in this household.
You claim the defendant, Ms. Cade, is using her child to try to trap your son and reap the rewards of his success as a musician. You say she cheated on your son the very month she got pregnant, yet is still claiming that he fathered her child.
Yes, Your Honor.
So, to sum up, name-calling accusations were the order of the day. Or so was the strategy Mother Dearest was going for. It looks like her own daughter set up her brother with the infamous defendant.
Nicole is a liar. She's thirsty.
Excuse me, Your Honor, that is not true.
Let me tell you, I have
Hold on, one at a time now. Miss Lindsay, tell me now, what's going on in this relationship that has you so upset?
Your Honor, before she was ever with my son, she was my daughter right here, Demetrius's best friend. So she has a history.
Well, who knew teenage escapades could lead to such courtroom theatrics? Because the plaintiff was in full defensive mode. Amidst the chaos, baby mama revealed she called security on Miss Lindsay in the hospital. Why take such drastic measures, you ask? See that for yourselves.
She had a C-section.
The baby
she looks just like you. I tried to run up in that delivery room. They called security on me because I was gonna be the first one to see that baby. I love all kids.
Security on you at the hospital.
They
security on her because she was going crazy. You can't run in a corporation.
You were running up in the
I tried to get up in there.
So, as we continue to peel this paternity onion, the baby daddy reveals he had doubts too. Yeah, while he stood next to the baby mama. And you won't believe what gave rise to this. The baby's fabulous hair. Go figure.
Doctor was asking where was the father when they came and did her little checkup. I was there, and they looking like, where's the father based off her hair? Like, oh, her hair's real slick and curly. This is the best hair today, whatnot. And I was like,
the baby has good hair. I have good hair.
You don't have no good hair. You just a liar.
I got good hair.
You must think this was confusing. Well, buckle up, because here was some more. Mama Cade revealed the intricacies of her romantic timeline. Breaks, exes, and unprotected escapades. And you might be able to catch my drift. Who's the father? Still nowhere close to figuring that out.
the doctor said about her, and I'm right there, and they couldn't see the resemblance, so they asked where was the father?
She's a little baby.
She looks
Children
like me.
grow and change.
Of
Look like
course,
her mother.
I knew she needed time for her features to develop, but after that, what about after that when her features did develop? People asked me was she mixed and whatnot, and her ex, the dude that she cheated on me with.
Well, it seems the ex-confession was not the only basis of doubt for the plaintiff. Yep. Enter courtroom theatrics, because Miss Lindsay very passionately asked the beloved son to take a shoe off right in the middle of the court to prove her point. Now, what point that might be led to such crazy measures.
Sister, they baby toenail is not regular like normal people. Take that shoe off, boy, and show this judge that toe. See this stuff right here?
Boy, you know you should have put some lotion on your feet.
You see this baby toe? This is my towel. It don't grow like everybody else.
Jerome,
it goes
do you
straight
see
up.
it?
I see it. I've got the same problem.
Thank you.
Moving on from that visual, the sister stepped up next. Now for her, baby mama was a former best friend turned liar. Oh yeah, and she was here to drag all the skeletons out of the closet. Cause how dare she mess with her and her brother behind her back, huh?
We were friends before she and my brother got together. The things that we used to do when we were single and she wasn't messing with my brother, those are best friend things. You don't mess with my brother, so I don't mind you doing your slutty stuff or whatever. But once she got with my brother and she lied about it, that's where the issue became.
Do you believe he's the father of her child?
No, because she's a liar.
Boy, the tension was skyrocketing. Yep. Even more when baby daddy explained how he was caught in the middle of these three women, three closest relationships of his life. And the poor man couldn't even argue his heart out because people kept interjecting. And this got to the point where he called his mother crazy. The courtroom gasped at that one.
I'm torn between the family and just all three of
We're
these
gonna break this up
individuals
today, sugar.
We ain't breaking up nothing. He's
You
gonna be
not
right
gonna
back
be with
with
you.
me.
Just want your money, son.
We'll be there.
Mr. Wells, Mr. Wells, let me ask you,
though.
have you been a good father?
And I've been there from day one.
Revelation that could shatter hearts or bring about a moment of awkward reconciliation. Yep, that's exactly what the results were capable of doing. And that moment was here. Hold on to your DNA kits, folks, because the DNA maestro was about to deliver the truth.
Mr. Wells, you are her father.
Okay.
You owe somebody an apology.
You owe somebody an apology.
I
You
still
too.
don't like you.
Y'all
I apologize because that's my
Be a
grandbaby.
good grandmother.
Thank you.
On my son.
Thank
A 1-year-old cutie was caught in the middle of baby mama claiming the defendant was her guy. And in a twist, so was the baby daddy. Just Miss Salvo's repeated lies made it a bit difficult to do so. It's a tale of baby daddy mysteries, heartbreak, and the quest for paternal truth.
You claim that around the time you conceived your 1-year-old daughter, Amaya, you carried on a sexual relationship with the defendant, Mr. Gonzalez.
Yes, Your Honor.
Today you say you desperately want to prove Mr. Gonzalez is her biological father because it will break your heart if she has to grow up without a dad.
Yes, Your Honor.
Who knew a forbidden romance filled with kissing, touching, and fridge encounters had the paternity court as the last stop? But what took the cake was the plaintiff's mother's reaction. But hold on, it gets better. There's an engaged fiancé, hair salon deceptions, and a whole lot of questionable decision-making. Move over, Shakespeare. We got a modern-day tragedy in the making.
How involved has Mr. Gonzalez been in your daughter's life thus far?
I can't stand him. He knows Amaya's his daughter, but he refuses to take care of him. I've never, ever had sex with any Hispanic man but him. I don't like Hispanic men. I was intoxicated at the time. I was drunk, he came over, he got me at the right time.
Okay.
It seems Mr. Gonzalez was accused of not only being an absentee dad, but also of being the potential father among a lineup of contenders. And the classic he said, she said drama. How tragic.
I've never, ever had sex with any Hispanic man but him.
Did you use protection?
No, ma'am. I was thirsty. I got up. I went to get something to drink in the kitchen. When I opened the fridge, I was naked. Her mom saw me. Her mom was like, wow. Mom didn't get mad at me or nothing.
You were naked in her kitchen and she said, wow.
Yes, ma'am.
Let's dive into the shocking revelation of Mama Salvo's pregnancy. The defendant spilled the beans about their steamy escapades. And of course, they were unprotected. Does that really shock us anymore? I think not. But the pregnancy reactions were drama-worthy nonetheless.
Now, he claims in his testimony you were with other men.
I had a current boyfriend at the time, yes.
You did?
Yes.
Okay, so were you also sleeping with the boyfriend during this same time period?
Yes, Your Honor.
Were you using protection with your boyfriend?
Periodically, but not as
Not
much.
consistently?
Yeah.
While both these former lovers, now enemies, had trouble being on the same page about the number of encounters they shared, Mama took it a step further, insisting it was a one-time, not even good affair. Ouchie!
Looks can be deceiving.
Well, I believe it.
We do.
Is there any other reason?
If I had a picture of my current ex-boyfriend's kids, they have no type of resemblance. She looks nothing.
So you know what your ex-boyfriend's children look like, and you say there's absolutely no resemblance to him.
Not. I helped raise his kids.
Now, Miss Salvo stuck by her claim that she'd been intimate with the defendant and the other guy. But did that stop baby daddy from insinuating more? Nope. And so, he proceeded to narrate another incident that led him to believe he was being played. Come on, man.
I want to understand more
All right, Your Honor.
about your doubt.
One night I was over there and I got my hair done and everything, and she went out to the mall. I don't know, supposedly go do something at the mall. She took hours and hours, and I'm like, I'm not just gonna sit here and keep waiting. When I start walking home, she calls me and she asked me why I left, because I felt like I was getting played.
So, Mr. Gonzalez kept suggesting, and Miss Salvo kept denying. That's the game these guys were busy playing over here. But Mama left one particular incident out of her testimony that baby daddy was all too happy to share with the court and make them go crazy.
We're all hanging out next to my mama's house. We're eating, partying, having fun. This Mexican guy, he looking mad at me like he want to fight me or something. I asked, actually, why that guy so mad at me? Why he looked like he want to fight me? Oh, because he wanted to be the baby daddy, but I told him, you're the baby daddy.
Was that your response to that question, Miss Salvo?
That boy's been obsessed with me since elementary school.
Moving on, baby mama was engaged now, and the said fiance was up next. Now, she had a lot to say about the baby daddy and his bold-faced lies. He claimed he took responsibility for the baby, but she called that a bunch of boo hockey and claimed she was the daddy in their equation. Oh dear.
You've been there to help her with the child.
I've been there since day one, since Mike came out.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
So was Mr. Gonzalez there? Not there?
No.
And so what do you know about this situation?
So I feel like I'm the daddy, but I don't even have no equipment to be the daddy. But I am the daddy.
The big reveal was here, guys. Yep, the palpable tension was about to be cut by the final verdict, delivered sweetly by our very own Lauren Lake. Let's see what fate had in store for this trio next. Another surprise or some closure?
It has been determined by this court that you are not the father.
Excuse me, Your Honor. Can I still come around and see Amaya and help her out if I can? Because for a year and 4 or 5 months, she's been my daughter and she's still gonna be my daughter.